Hey guys, Brandon Kelly here from rookiepreacher.com, the site that is dedicated to help you preach and lead better. If you're a pastor, if you want some help in preaching or in leadership, hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications, make sure you don't miss a video, and if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. In this video, I want to share with you 3 reasons why it's important for you to outline your message before you write it. And also, at the end, I'll go ahead and share with you how I outline my messages using the sticky sermon framework, and I'll do another video dedicated to that and breaking it down, but I'll show you a little bit of my process in this video. So the first reason why you should outline your message before you write it is because it helps you write your message faster. When I get to sit down into my computer, I usually write a manuscript, and then I break that down into preaching notes that I actually preach from for my iPad mini. When I sit down to write that manuscript, after I've already done the hard work of outlining it, I write it so much faster. I can write a sermon in 2 to 3 hours because I've outlined it first. So that's number 1. It helps you write your message faster. If you are struggling on getting your messages written in a timely manner, then this is vital. If you haven't been outlining your message, outline it because it will help. The second reason is because it helps you keep your message focused. I'm a big advocate for 1-point sermons because the reality is if you give your congregants 5 points, they will probably remember none of them. But if you can dial in one thing, one specific idea into your message from the text, then there's a good likelihood that not only will people remember it, but they'll take action on it. And so I am a big advocate for 1-point messages, but if you're anything like many of the pastors I've talked to, it's hard. It's really hard to keep your message dialed in on one thing. But outlining your message, it allows you to have a plan before you start writing it so that you don't get bogged down in rabbit trails. You don't let yourself get on sidetracks. It allows you to keep yourself focused on that one idea for your message. The third thing is it helps you understand your message so that when you deliver it, you use less notes. And that is huge. I mean, if you can use less notes, then you are engaging with your congregation more during the sermon. You're able to give more eye contact and be able to talk to them rather than talk to your notes. And so when you outline your message, you're able to see it on a big scale, big level, 30,000 square foot or 30,000 feet high view of what your message is looking like so that you can understand it. Not that you memorize it, but that you understand your message so that you can deliver it in such a way that you are not dependent on your notes. You know where you're going from the beginning because you've outlined it. This is so huge. If you struggle with getting away from the pulpit or the music stand or whatever it is that you use, then I believe outlining your message can be a huge way, a huge benefit in helping you get away from that so that you can interact with your people and actually make it appear and really preach in a way that's a conversation, not just a lecture where you stare at your notes. So those are the 3 ways that outlining your message before you write it helps you. It helps you. So right now I want to show you the way, just as an example of how I outlined my last message that I preached just recently. So here it is. What we are looking at right now is the Sticky Sermons notebook that I've developed. I use it every week. I also have used this kind of structure in Evernote as well, but lately I've really liked the physical paper way of doing this because I think it just helps me process things. So right here I've got all some of the notes, not all of it because I've got a lot in Evernote as well, and then also a lot that goes up on that whiteboard. But here you can see just the way I structure my sermon. So we got engage, tension, truth, application, inspiration, and action. These 2 can be interchangeable, but you can see that I've broken these things down and I know exactly where I'm going. So I start out with a story, when I was in high school of a state tournament in baseball, lead to some tension, leads to the book of Hebrews. We dove into Hebrews 6 and then give some application. And then I used Isaiah 40 as some inspiration and then just tied it in to some action. And that really was not really like a real practical thing other than seizing the hope that we have in Jesus. So I developed my main idea down here. Christian hope is not wishful thinking. It is a confident expectation from a guaranteed promise. That was my main idea. I plug it in here, and I'm leading to it all throughout this, and I'm leading back to it from here. So this is the way I outline my messages. It's the way I structure it too, and I'll dive into this whole structure in another video later. So be sure to subscribe and don't miss that. All right, guys. So definitely start outlining your message if you haven't already done so. Give it a shot. It's worth it. Hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. We'll talk to you soon again. Brandon Kelly from rookiepreacher.com. If you want some free resources, go to rookiepreacher.com and click the download button. Talk to you soon. Peace.